What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Paige with the Page, and today we're going to be doing the Magical Readathon on Cluedo. Chooses my April TBR. Welcome to this video. It is my favorite time to build a TBR because it is Magical Readathon happening in April. Now I do know that there are some other fantastic readathons which I'm gonna buddy up and tee up as and when I can, but this TBR is going to be Cluedo and talking through the Magical Readathon. I am structuring this video a little bit differently because I've had a lot of things going on and just wanted to leave my card reveals until later. So I'm filming this section on the 21st of March so I can get the giveaways up and running, and also so this is one less thing that I have to film later, but I still haven't finished my TBR as of yet, so my card reveals are going to be at the very end of the video. I'm going to be doing the rolls first, as well as a couple of the prompts require actions, which I filmed back on the 5th of March. So this TBR has been sitting here for a while and I'm now like able and ready to be able to film this. So here we are. But with that, I'm going to do the big book pulls and then dive into the rolls. And because normally the yellow squares are a mood read, I'll talk through the books that I'm putting in there for the Magical Readathon and then any extras, because I'm continuing to grow in my alchemy career. So I did the novice last year, so this year I think it's an apprentice. Yeah, let's dive into the pulls and the rolls. Hello my loves, so I'm playing this round a little bit differently. I'm not actually going to reveal these straight away. I'm going to do my rolls and on another day I'm going to come back to this, as I would like to get my prompts so I know how to prep for the Magical Readathon, which has been announced this morning. So obviously I can't wait, so we're gonna get my prompts and I'm so excited, and then I'm going to spend the rest of the month thinking on this TBR. I will also be drawing the big book with Ash when he's available in just a moment.
I'll come pick a big book.
My camera battery is flashing. And I'm going to pick this one. There are a few things I would like to pull out from here. I doubt that it's going to happen, but alas, here we are. Yes! I've read this! Mine is A Dance of Dragons Part 2. Sweet! Woohoo! I get to chuck that. What did you get?
The Ask and the Answer.
Oh! Okay. So I've picked another one because my first one I'd already got. I'm excited, Bubba. That actually sort of fits in. And it is... well, I can see why this one was used. The Count of Monte Cristo. This is likely to be unhauled before I end up reading it because I will keep sitting on it. Neither of these, yeah, no, Ash's works well. So, alrighty. I've got 5 rolls and I need to get these 2 rooms. If I don't complete my TBR, I will just have to make my way back to these rooms eventually. Let's dive into roll number 1. Is a 3. 1, 2, 3, so that is a mood read. Roll number 1, I got a mood read, and for that I've gone with Heart of Gold by Michael Pryor. I'm putting this in because it is for alchemy, which is a metal in the name, so gold, silver, etc. Gold is in this, so that was an easy pick, and it's a series that I really want to continue on with, so I'm very, very happy to put this one in. And on to roll number 2. Is a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I get my first 2 prompts! So I got my front bag here, and I really hope these tie themselves either into my goals or to books that work for Aurelium. Here we go. This one, Coming of Age. Okay, and prompt number 2 is going to be this one. Romance. Well, shit. That throws me through a loop. Cool. So for roll number 2, we ended up in the billiard room, and the first prompt that I pulled was Coming of Age. And whilst I still have some young adult on my shelves, I wasn't really sure where I wanted to go. I did jump around a lot trying to make this TBR, but the more I've sat on it, the happier I am. And for that, I've gone with Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. I would really love to read this because it's Sierra's favourite book, and they kindly gifted it to me, and I've been meaning to get to it, so it's on and I'm finally going to read it. And on the back it says, painfully beautiful, at once a murder mystery, a coming of age narrative, and a celebration of nature. So I was like, coming of age! Yes! Okay, so this is going on the TBR and I am so stoked to be able to have put this on. This is actually going for Law, which is a book with a map, which coming through strong because I was really struggling to find a fantasy that I wanted to read that had a map and wasn't ginormous. So it has a little map. So yay! And then the other prompt that I pulled was romance. The black X means nothing, I just haven't scraped it off from when it did mean something. It is just a romance, but you know, you could sort of say Bad Romance Fits a Piece by Heather Demetrios. This is an abusive relationship, I think, and I'm very interested. I think it deals with a lot of topics that I'm very interested in, and it could be a fascinating read. And this is going for elemental studies, so a book with flowers on the cover. They might be dead, but they're there. I love that I like twist these prompts, and it's not even, I'm not even twisting them, it's just not what you would assume. All right, and on to round number 3. Fuck. Is it 1? So that's another mood read. So for round number 3, we ended up with another mood read. And for that one, I'm doing Girl, Serpent, Thorn by Melissa Basher-Doust. This is, what's this for? This is for demonology, and it's a book compared to your favorite. I was struggling so fucking hard to find out something that would fit this because Matilda, Heart and the Body and the World have not been like compared to that often, or I've read everything because Gifted Magical Child. And then I remembered Meredith from Reading with Merb. In their Bookish Peeps Control My Life video to me, they compared this to Malice, which is one of my favorites. So I was like, fuck yes! And this is their book that they want me to read, so I'm fulfilling that goal. And Hannah from the Ladette M and I are going to be buddy reading this. So we've said like chill to just read it, chill to do structure, so who knows how it will happen, but it's happening and I'm very happy. And yeah, so it worked perfectly for the demonology prompt for me. And on to roll number 4. 4. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. So, potentially last 2 prompts of the game. I will still do another roll after this just to see where we end up in case I need to make my way back somewhere, but it will sort of just play that by ear. So, here we go. Let's go. The dining room. So something that reminds me of the dining room. I love getting these Cluedo prompts. And number 2 is it works! Blind pick, which is great because one of the prompts for Magical Readathon is close your eyes and point. We will be able to do that nice and easy. Okay, so they're my 4 prompts that I'll need to match with Magical Readathon. For roll number 4, I ended up in the library, and these are the 2 prompts that I have decided to do the additional things for the Magical Readathon prompts. So the first prompt that I got was the dining room, and so I decided to do the coin toss to see what I would be reading for this for the animal studies prompt, because you have to flip a coin. Heads is non-fiction and tails is fiction. So we'll show the coin toss and then I'll tell you what I picked. So I'm gonna do it here so we can see. I've got an Aussie 20-cent coin, so heads and tails, and let's see how badly I can do this coin toss. And it is, can you see that? It's tails, thank fuck, because that is fiction. Sweet relief. This is weird filming it so fucking early. Thank fuck I got tails, which means I get to read fiction, and for that I've decided to go with The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. I'm starting so many series this month. It's fine, it's fine. And these are all neat reads that I would like to get to, so I'm very excited to pick this up. It is the first in a series and I feel like it's going to be a really different book. I really don't know anything about it. I have the whole trilogy. April kindly gifted me the black-edged copies, and I don't know, I like Patrick Ness's writing, so I'm just curious to go in blind and see what we come up with. This is what I'll be reading for the dining room prompt. And so the dining room is like my own sort of creation. I could do a couple of different things with it, so I thought it was open enough to be able to do a non-fiction pick if I did get that, but obviously knife, dining utensil in the dining room. That correlation. And then the second prompt that I pulled was blind pick, and one of my mandatory courses is restoration. Close your eyes, shuffle and point. So instead of doing this, I picked out continuations of series and a couple other things. I'll show the footage that talks it through, but put it in my trolley and brought Ash to board it in while I was blindfolded, and then just grabbed one. So I didn't point, I grabbed close enough. So let's see what I got. Hello, so I'm about to do my blind pick. So Ash is currently swapping the all paperback around, so I can't tell where they are on my book trolley. Basically, I've put the top 2 layers as either series continuations, books that will contribute to my goals in some way, and I think there's just one main one in there. I have used 2 books that I've read before, one to indicate Hunting Prince Dracula, just because this is a tall and I would notice it immediately in the blind pick, whereas the rest of them are all the same shape, except for the Pages and Co 5, which is smidgens shorter. It's probably also the only hardcover on there. I want it on there. And I also have one book that's representative of Radiant Sin by Katie Robert, because that is a continuation in a series that I would really like to read. So, woo, I think he's bringing it in. So let me get myself situated. This is fun. Am I in shot?
Anything off the trolley, dears?
Yes, please.
Now it's in frame.
Okay, ready? That.
That one?
That.
Yee.
Am I gonna cry? I am gonna cry when I read it! Oh! That was like flunk.
Yeah.
But
rainbow.
I got Crown Breaker by Sebastian de Castell. Oh, it's gonna be a good month. Thank you, Bubba.
That's okay.
Well, that's definitely a more enjoyable pick. As you would have heard, apologies to my headphone users, I got Crownbreaker by Sebastian de Castell, which was one of the tops that I wanted, but I was just nervous about putting it on because I have other things to read. But this is concluding the Spellslinger series, and I can't believe that I'm actually getting to it in April. Like, so I was so thrilled when I picked this, and yeah, it's the last book I'm going to conclude a series, the one that's so near and dear to my heart, and I don't know how this is going to go. I love Sebastian de Castell's writing, so I think it's going to go excellently, but so that's my blind pick. And on to roll number 5. 2. 1, 2. Because I can just cut through and come back out this way. So for roll number 5 was another mood read, and for that one I don't want to touch Ash's nice copy, and I certainly won't be doing this prompt with his nice copy. I'm going to listen to the audiobook and read the ebook version so I can tab along pretty easily, and that is Artificiary to start your read with a snack. And so the read that I'm going to be doing is the Iliad by Homer. So this is continuing on with the Greek project that Mel from A Book Fiend named Mel and myself are doing this year. So in April we're reading the Iliad, and so I thought I should probably put it on as a mood read because it's going to take a mood. Looking at it, I'm curious to see how my brain shakes into Electra and 1,000 Ships that we've read prior to this after reading it. So yeah, very curious to see how that shapes up. I have read it once before, so it is a reread for me, but I'm not mad about it because I feel like I didn't really get a lot out of it last time, so hopefully this time will be better. We also are joined by her friend Max, who is a classicist, so they will be able to actually talk me through it and deconstruct it with me a little bit better. So that's going to be fun. So this plus the Iliad are my Cluedo stacks, although technically my mood reads are still mood reads, but I wanted just to make the ideal TBR. So with that, I still have another 3 prompts that I need to complete for my alchemist career. The first is astronomy, and that's to read a book that has 2 E's in the title. And for that, I'm going with The Scapegraces by Hannah Abigail Clark. I do believe there is a buddy read going on for this with Somber Honey, I think, and myself, and I need to message Cara if she's doing this as well. I don't know if Kara's reading this or not. But anyway, on the TBR, Cara has chosen this for her choice in Bookish Peeps Control My Reading Life, so here it is. And I'm also hoping to get to The Scratch Daughters, which is the next one, and be caught up with that series, just so it's not lingering and I can just continue on, because these are absolutely stunning. Cara also gifted this to me because she's a gem. Then I needed to do spells and incantations, and that's to find a target length of 389 to 415 pages. And for that, I'm going with All Our Hidden Gifts by Caroline O'Donoghue. A few of these actually did hit that target mark, but I wanted to start this as it's on my rainbow shelf, so here we are. And it is 395 pages. So I'm very keen to get to this, and then I do have the second book in the series, and the third one's only recently come out, so hopefully I can keep a little bit of momentum going. Maybe you'll see in my May TBR if I keep to that, because I have so many other things I'm reading, and continue on this series, so making that progress. I just know that it's based in tarot. The little bookmark they gave out is a little tarot card, which is awesome. I'm just curious to pick up something else a little bit different and tick off one more on my rainbow shelf. And then the final mandatory one that I have for the alchemist career is Inscription, read a book from your top highest shelf. So I measured out my shelves, and I thought the series continuation one was actually going to be the tallest, but it's not. It's these skinny little white ones, and these are the exact same height. So I picked out something from the top of those. My top shelf on this side is childhood nostalgia reads, and on this side is miscellaneous, so I could have done Watering Your Soul, but instead I've gone with Arizona by Ada McGuire, which is the second in the Beautiful Dead series. I wanted to get this on read, and that will essentially tick off one of my series, as I don't own the next 2 books in the series, so I can then just buy them and read them as they come in. But this was the goal for the end of the year, is to have read this one at least, and then look at purchasing the next 2. So I'm going to continue on with the series. I've never actually read this. I've only read the first one. So I'm definitely curious to see where this zombie ghosts go. And so that's not everything. So because I'm a completionist for the April round, I usually try and tick off all 14 reads. And then I have some extras. This is not going to happen. But the 4 remaining prompts that I have picked books for. So the first one is The Art of Illusion, to match my clothes color to the cover of the cover. Prior to this, I was wearing this jumper, as you would have seen in it sitting behind in the blind pick. So I've gone with rainbow, and I'm going with Rainbow Grey, Eye of the Storm by Laura Ellen Anderson, which is the second in the Rainbow Grey series, and I wanted to pick this up for ages, so if I manage to get through the stack, then I'll jump into this. Then we have Conjuration, which is recommended by a friend, so I decided to do an extra Bookish Peeps Control My Life and picked Anxious People by Frederick Buckman, because this is the buzzword-a-thon pick for this month, with anxious being an emotion that I'm very familiar with. So yeah, I've decided to pick this one up. I'm going to still prioritize this. I might prioritize it over Rainbow Grey and the other ones I'm going to talk about, because I definitely want to be checking off my buzzwords and also doing my bookish life. So I feel like it all fits in together. So that's what I'm going with. Then I have Psionics and Divination, and that's to read a book with clouds on the cover. And for that, I'm going with The Resistance, which I think is the 47th Animorphs book by K.A. Applegate, so I will obviously need to read 45, 46 before I can get there, so they're also on the list to then get to 47, which has clouds on the cover. The other ones don't really have like a cloud, they're more like explosions and swirls, whereas the 47th one is distinct cloud-like shapes. And then I have Shapes Shifting, which is wolf on the cover, title or in the author's name. I really hope I get to this. All He Wants for Christmas is a Fingerling by J.P. Sale. There are multiple wolves on the cover. Potato shifter romance, fulfilling a goal of Amy's if I don't end up getting to Fool's Errand this year. What more could you ask for? That is the 14 books for Magical Readathon. There is also the Don't Forget Your Tale Along happening, where they're up to the 4th Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and that is also a series I wanted to finish off this year. So I'm tossing the 4th one on, which is So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, I think. So let's add that on. I make choices. They ain't good ones. To be fair though, these book choices are mint. This ends up, plus the Iliad, which is about that thick, plus So Long for That, so you know, about there, yep. Help. Ends up being my April TBR. This does work out to be 5,496 pages. I have no idea if I can do this, but I'm really hoping that I can. I am also taking 2 weeks off posting, so I will be doing my regular Book Haul Revisited wrap-up haul, and in my wrap-up I'm going to talk through my quarterly stats, and then the readathon video and my main TBR. I will also have an announcement video be going out for a readathon, hopefully, if I get my shit together. So I'm not filming as much. Should have some more reading time up my sleeve. I would also like to pay attention to my partner, who gets very neglected in April. He is aware of this, so sorry. So it would be nice to not have to completely neglect him in the month of April and actually can talk to him. But we'll see, because 5,500 pages is a fuck ton for me. Hi, I'm an idiot and forgot to do the giveaway winner. So hi, back again. A different angle because I completely moved the camera, and let's start a screen recording and see who is getting a book up to 25 AUD of their choice. So I've got everyone in. I might actually randomize 1, 2, 3 and spin. Oh, cool! So it's Pranil. The reason I'm laughing is Kaz was like, I'm gonna be cheeky and enter even though I won last month, and we was one person away from you getting it again, Kaz. So congratulations to Pranil. I will message you and we can organize, if you want to let me know a book off your Amazon wishlist or however it works, we will figure that out. But congratulations, and I can promise you guys that there's not going to be a giveaway in regards to the Book Haul Revisited series anytime soon, because what is reading? But there might be some other things up and coming soon. So sorry I forgot. Congratulations to Pranil, and on forth to the rest of the video. Hello, so welcome to the card reveals for this round. I need to pull my handy dandy sheet over to see what I'm doing. And yeah, welcome to revealing the cards for the books that I've read in March. The first room that we landed in was a dining room, and my first prompt was LGBT rep. I read Blood Debts by Terry J. Benton Walker, which was an arc. And then the next prompt was main character over 30. And for that I read Hannibal by Thomas Harris. So I get to reveal these 2 cards. So the first we have is the billiard room, and the second is the study. Alrighty. Then we move to the lounge, and for that I got Translated, and for that I read Britt Marie Was Here by Frederick Bachman, and I got Elf, and for that I read The Once and Future Witches by Alexei Harrow. So I can reveal these 2. So the first card is the Hall, and the second is the Wrench. Hall and Wrench. And then finally we jumped over to the conservatory, where I got Australian author, and for that I read DBA by J. Christoph, and I got Thief, and for that I read The Secret History by Donna Tartt. So I get to reveal these 2. The first is The Lead Pipe, and the second is Professor Plum. So I know who the suspect is, so that's exciting. And The Lead Pipe. Alrighty, so bye! Let me know in the comments anything that you want to let me know. If you think I'm fucking nuts, if you believe that I can do this, and what are you going to be reading? Are you joining the Magical Readathon? And if anyone is doing a buddy read and has mentioned that in the buddy reads I'd like to have video and I haven't contacted you, please leave a comment and or message me. If you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe. I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!